Hi guys, it's actually Sunday morning. Sorry, I've been sick for the past 2 days, so I'm gonna ask you guys to bear with me. I have a very important message. I'm addressing actually to the citizens of Ontario, whichever city you may live in. I don't know if you guys are aware or not, but I didn't hear any news going around on the issue, and no media coverage. So where I found these news, it's on the Globe and Mail. It was published yesterday. It came out Friday, February 24th, and it came out actually pretty. Sorry. It came out pretty early in the morning, as I can see, and it's the only news actually that I have seen about this. And as I say, it came out yesterday. You guys have been forced under the motion of Islamophobia law at the provincial level, Ontario legislature, actually. So, as we all know, the M103 motion covers the same issue at the federal level, at the parliament, and it has been rejected so far, and it will be discussed some more on April the 4th, as we all know. So actually, I do not understand why you have to have the same law covered twice by the provincial legislation and federal legislation. It's the same thing. This is unlawful, guys, okay? And I haven't heard of it, so I don't know if you have, but if you go on the parliament site, I didn't find any news on that. So you guys in Ontario, you really have to take the streets. You have to go out there, and you really have to fight harder than the rest of us. Obviously, will be standing with you. We will be helping out, and we will be speaking out for you as well. And what you can do right away before March 4th, which is in 6 days, the march is coming up, but you can do some things ahead, so you can start right away. The first thing I would start with actually is calling at the calling your local deputy at the Liberal Party, your local parliament, and by calling I would tell them actually this is unlawful. This is like a doubled out law, and it didn't get fair debate. I will leave the link to the article below. It did not get actually any debate, so it was just accepted, okay? And I don't see why you people in Ontario would need an extra law on the provincial level, okay? And what I'm under the impression that actually it's gonna have different meanings, and with the march coming up on the 4th of March in 6 days, uh, I don't know, there are people in especially in your Muslim community or ex-Muslim community in Ontario who are resisting this very, very, very hard. There is Sandra, and there is Mr. Tarek, and I think that it's being pushed in order to compromise this, and there will be obviously pictures taken, and the speeches will be listened to uh, as you will be protesting, and that will serve, I don't know, as a special law, uh, a, a double meaning that this Islamophobia term will take on the provincial level. So I don't see any reason why you would need the same law doubled out, federal and provincial level. And there is something that's very, very fishy about this, that I think. So I find it pretty disturbing, actually very disturbing, and I I lost some sleep over this last night. But I mean, I don't know what to tell you. There is also on the provincial level, on the site of your Parliament of Ontario, you can also fill out a electronic petition online with that you can start, and this actually is legal proceeding. Okay, it will go straight to the House of Commons, to the deputies. Okay, of course there is a principle to. Or you can just ask your parliament on the provincial level to just put this motion that was adopted unlawfully in the garbage where it belongs, because there is already one that covers the same thing, which is debated actually at the parliament on, as we all know, the M103, the one that we are all so powerfully contesting. And you people in Ontario, you will really have to get out on the streets, because this is your last stand. Actually, it's midnight past 1, because this is again for them on the strip, like they are closer to their mean, to what they want. And there is something behind this. If they push this doubled out law on the provincial level, obviously there is a reason for that, and the ends justify the means, So I even think that you guys should ask for her to get out of the parliament, because this, I don't think it is legal. I don't. But I mean, yes, obviously it is, because it doubles itself out. So I don't. I think that you people in Ontario deserve the same chance to have your voices heard. And as we all know, it was repealed, so it's still under debate. So our politicians, the opposition is holding a good head. They are opposing this, and we are opposing it very harshly also throughout Canada. So it's time to get up, stand up, and spread this message around. I will make a video in French for Quebec, and there are already the organizers are aware, and we will be acting, and we will be standing with you, Ontario, on this one. You can be sure of that. You are not a separate. You're not a different country. You're not a different planet. Okay, so federal law applies to all provinces, and that's the way that Canada has been working for a very long time, and everybody's suited, and maybe not as we would like, but our voices are still heard, and we have means to make them be heard. So use this means, call them, leave them an email. As for that, I didn't know about it, but it's an interesting thing to know. It's that everybody said, "Oh well, if I call them, why would I call them? My voice is not gonna. I'm alone. Like not many people are gonna do that, so I do that for nothing." Actually, no. When you call a deputy that has a official function at the at your government, actually one call is considered to be 1,000 voices. So you people need to call at least once each of you, and send an email at least once each of you, and mention that this is unlawful, and that you do not recognize the validity of this motion that was adopted. It did not get debate. It's doubled out, and it was repealed. So I mean, you deserve the same chance as the rest of the Canada, you know, to get a fair debate. I mean, it's your right. Why would you have a double sanction? So this is important, and you guys are going to have to work harder, and we will be supporting you. And I mean, this gives another punch and more motivation for the 4th of March. So you people really need to get out there because this is the last stand, and that's the way it is. So, get on it. I'll leave the link below. You can go see the article. And we love you. We send you positive energy, and hang in there because it's not over. Take care.